Hello again, everybody. I am Jeff Opens Cards, here with Murray instead of Milo for once. He's actually been around. I redid the desk area, so he's been investigating and spending some more time with me today. So this is Murray. But anyways, full disclosure, this is a pre-recording, what you see behind me, because, let's see. Yeah, there's former me right there talking. I'm playing this on YouTube because I uploaded it and I didn't play it back for myself. And first was a comment that said there's no sound. So somehow I failed to have the sound operational. So this is my best attempt to redo it with audio because I don't think anyone wants to watch a silent film of me minting Runis. But anyways, this is a video of me minting 3 Runis today. I finally was able to sell a couple of so rare cards I had, which gave me enough ETH to use my final 3 whitelist spots from the pre-sale. Because I was able to get 6 whitelist spots, the kit things for the 0.19 ETH. So finally got enough. There you can see the Runis I got the first go round. That is my pride and joy so far with the Toxic Goby head. There's only 2 of them now. There's 3 different fish heads, and each of them, as of last I looked, there's 2 of each. And there's me clicking the wrong tab and being like, oh yeah, that's how I make thumbnails. Poorly. So yeah, that is my primary one. And that's the second Runi I minted, which at least has some headwear, and the weapon's not too bad either. And that is the one I listed for sale, and then the floor fell and it never actually sold. I never adjusted the price because I didn't want to chase it down. But that's the one of the first 3 I minted that I most wanted to get rid of. So the 3 I minted today will be numbers 2, 116, 7, and 8. So here you can see I'm checking to see if they've gone live yet, and you'll see here. They'll all look like this initially, so we do the refresh metadata, which I think is supposed to help speed up. I don't know how true that is or isn't, but it can't hurt. So that's what I went ahead and did here, going through the 3. You want to leave me too now? Are you camera shy? Are you a camera shy, fluffy little baby? This is not my Runi. This is the last one that was minted before I minted, which I wasn't pretty happy with that one had I gotten that. Those backgrounds are the rarest ones. I call them like rays, not necessarily sun rays because depending on the color, it's like, well, it's not sun ray, but 0.47% for that Sunfire Sky. The power core is also 0.47%. So that would have been a pretty decent one for me to get had I gotten it. 2/3 of all Runis have the, not vanilla, but it's pretty plain, the gray background. Most people seem to not be a fan of the gray background. I mean, it works better with some Runis than others, but overall, I think the majority of people prefer to get not the gray background, which, again, only 1/3 will not have it. So, okay, here I go, refreshing. And the first Runi I got today is this beauty right here with, let's see, what is the head called? Abominable Key, which is a 0.33% trait. So, not quite as rare as my Toxic Goby, but up there. So, at 0.33% with 2,100-ish minted, I'm going to say there's 7 of that one. I got the 7th one, would be my estimation. We got the Solemn Habit, 3% body. Left hand is Mornstar, 3%. And the power core is 5%. Wan Lockstone. So everything pretty basic except for the head on that one right there. Now I think I'll go to the next one soon. I don't know. I think I'm trying to watch myself and see what I'm saying to get an idea of like what I was talking about, but I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, there we go. And, actually, for this one, I figured it's kind of cool to see my reaction. That is the second Lolly of War. 0.09%. Same rarity as my Toxic Goby head. I believe there's like 3 different of these lollipop balloon looking things. They have different colors and different faces. So, this is the second ever minted Lolly of War. The power core is not too bad. It's a 2% one. It looks pretty cool. And the body is actually the same as the prior Runi I just showed, except different color. But I like the color scheme of this one. It feels magical, if you will. but I'll bring my actual live self back for you guys. But I figured that was the main time. I should have clicked a little sooner, but oh well. But we're doing this one take wonder because, and this is already the second take, I guess you could say, because yay, no audio. Oh well. All right, on to the final of the 3 Runi, and it is. Drum roll, please. I think that's when I misclicked. I clicked out and then it wasn't loading, so I clicked back in. You know, blunders. Wait for it. I think I've finally realized it's not loading. I think. Come on, Jeff of the past from 4 hours ago. Okay, I'm going like this, and there goes the click. Okay, that's where it didn't work. I thought I clicked earlier and I didn't. Yeah, that Jeff's an idiot. There it goes. And there is the final Runi. So, first the bad. The second of the 3 that had the same weapon, or at least of just different color. Third of 3 with the same body, just different colors. Very plain power core. But 1% headwear, Jade Circlet. And the head, 0.1... Sorry, 0.61% green hood. So we got 2 fairly rare traits. Not nearly as rare as the Lolly of War, I think that's what it was called, or the Toxic Gobi, but a couple of very nice pieces nonetheless. Oh, and also more bad. All 3 that I mentioned have the plain gray, the dim gray background, unfortunately. But overall, I meant to silence that. I thought of silence that. I guess the Jeff of this present is also an idiot. My bad. So we got 2 heads that were pretty rare. We got the one left hand that is just about as rare as they come right now. Because I think there's only, last I looked, there's only maybe 2 or 3 one-of-ones left, and that was one of them. So I'm guessing in the end there won't be any left hand traits that are true one-of-ones. My guess is that they're all going to end up with at least 5 of each. I'm going to guess the mint rate is 1 in 1,000 is the most rare. Although last I checked, there was still a lot of bodies that were one-of-ones. So it's possible a lot of the bodies will stay one-of-one throughout the entire mint. We'll have to wait and see. But it seems like just about everything is at least a 2 of now that we're over 2,000 mints in. So I'm guessing, with maybe minimal exceptions, that 1 in 1,000 is as rare as any singular trait goes. But could be proven wrong in due time. That's definitely a possibility. This had some decent pieces too for my prior minting of 3 mints. The power core there I think was a 2%. The left hand there is a 0.42%. And the Fey Laurel, the headwear, is 1%. So that one's got some decent traits as well. Basically the only trait I didn't get with any decent rarity in 6 mints is the body. All my bodies are pretty common. But like I said, the second one I got today, with the purples and blacks, even though it was the same as the other 2 bodies I got, just except for the color. I like the color scheme of it, so I basically want to play around with all these different parts. I'm hoping that once we are able to swap the different attributes with our Runis, that we can see the previews before we make it official. It's while you can Photoshop to get a better idea of how they look, just looking at them side by side and be like, oh, if this head's on that body, unless you actually do it and see it, how it's actually going to be, it might not work just exactly as you were picturing kind of thing, So I'm hoping they give us that kind of functionality. If not the end of the world, but it'll be a nice quality of life feature, if nothing else. But yeah, so far, I've got a couple of power cores that aren't super rare, but they're not just one color like this one you're seeing right there. Yeah, that power core, for instance, I like that power core. I like that body, the one we just saw. This head's pretty rare, but my Runi that I'm gonna be my pride and joy Runi, it's gonna have the Toxic Gobi fish head. And what I'd love to acquire, based on the Pokemon video I mentioned that I made 7 years ago in my prior Runi reveal video, I would love to get the left hand trait that has a fish. I know Aftersound has one. There's a couple different, so unofficially thrown out there, I'm definitely open to some sort of trade, swap, whatever. And I'm guessing the most likely scenario would be that I would give up that Lolly of War that I just got, my left-hand trait, for someone's fish in left-hand trait. I have to double-check the radius. It's possible the fish are somewhat semi more common, but depending on how things look, like that's still a possibility that I would consider like 1-for-1 or 1 Runi for 1 Runi, depending on what is all involved in each one. Because I would love to end up with 2 fish, 1 Runi. That's my new goal with the Runi project, is to get 1 Runi that has 2 fish within it. The fish head and the left-handed fish in the left hand. Because that would fit me and my background and my history quite well for one of the videos I'm most well known for in my history of content creation. So I think I'd go around a bit more on this and just kind of show off whatever. But I think I'll save you guys the 2 minutes that this video will go on extra otherwise and just say thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I messed up the audio and you didn't get the live official reaction like it was intended, and you're instead getting my reaction explanation after the fact. But this is still better than you watching the live version of Jeff from the original version with no audio. My bad. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe and rock smash the like button. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Love to have you. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, wherever that may be. Which reminds me, I also still need to make that end of season financial recap stuff. And I gotta do my daily rewards. I got 2 more videos to make tonight, I guess. I better go do that. See ya.